subliminally or otherwise. So the fire's out, which is a positive.
Yeah, the fire is out, and also we've had a green light from the King's Harbour Master. We are clear of all the boats. Isn't this just such a fantastic location for a fireworks competition? We've got the natural amphitheatre with so many boats all around.
I did want to ask, how does Plymouth Sound play into, how does it affect the sound and the vision that we see here compared to firework events in other parts of the country and the world?
This is the best place, in my view, because we've got land all around here and everything echoes off and people can watch from the sidelines and everything. Over 9 million brought into the local economy through publicity, and also people coming to the Plymouth hotels and restaurants to come and watch the Firework Championships. Yeah, I think it's the very best location. There are other competitions around the world, but Plymouth is the number one for me.
Yeah, well, there's certainly a reason that it has been hosted. The British Firework Championships have been hosted here since 1997. You can see why. I tell you another fun fact that I learned the other day, which was always something that I'd been wondering, like the environmental impact of fireworks. And I read a sustainability report by, I think it's a Celtic Firework Company, who was saying one display here in Plymouth is the equivalent of one seat on a London to New York flight, which actually, I don't know, I just always thought with the explosions and the smoke and everything like that, it would be a lot more. But I know there's a real push to make firework displays more environmentally friendly year on year, isn't there?
With this being the Ocean City, we have really strict rules about use of plastics in the displays so that we're not putting anything back into the sea or into the environment. But you're absolutely right. For an event like this, and let's face it, this could be a British Grand Prix, this could be racing, this could be anything, or a big concert on the Hoe. But for an event like this, it's the attendance of people coming to it that it has the environmental impact compared to the fireworks, which are very much a dot in the ocean.
Well, it's certainly a crowd pleaser, and we have got another crowd pleaser for you. It will be our final display of tonight and the whole competition. It's First Galaxy Fireworks. Let's hear from them about what you can expect.
Hi, Neil from Galaxy Fireworks, winners in 2019. I'm back here today to put on a really good show for you guys. We're going to start with a nice punchy Italian section, and then we're going to go into a high impact rhythm display. We've got a nice section of strobe colour waterfall shells included in there, and a really loud finish. So I hope you guys enjoy the show. Thank you.
Well, they are from Nottingham, as they said, 2019 winners there. Founded back in 1985, and they do over 400 displays annually. So, again, just one of many that they're putting on, but I think they are really going to kick this one out, aren't they, at the end of the night?
Yeah, we've had an update from Anthony Green on the breakwater. We're into the 2-minute countdown at the moment. But, yeah, they've got 15 crew over there, over 1,300 single-shot fireworks. They are starting with some punchy Sampio mines in Lemon and Siren.
And this is the Italian section.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got a pastel crossette section, a feeling of finesse and timing, is what they told me. Some Italian Vaculuzzo multi-break cylinder shells, fast-paced crackle multi-layer section, strobe waterfall sequence in 5 different coloured strobes, and that falls slowly almost to the ground. And the finale is brocade with a twist.
All right, we like a twist.
I don't know what the twist is, but we're going to have a look. We have to look out for that brocade, the classic Plymouth brocade finale, and just find out what that twist is going to be.
Well, it won't be very long until we find out, is it? We are rapidly approaching the countdown timer now. I do have to say, for everyone that's watching here live on the Hoe, the Brittany Ferry is just going past. So, I mean, imagine that for best seat in the house as you go past the firework display.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when I went out there earlier, I saw the 2 shows, and there were 2 large shows. This is a big one. That first one won. But we're in the countdown. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is First Galaxy Fireworks. Well, there we go. It's all over. All 6 teams have fired. Our final one, first Galaxy Fireworks. You said there would be a finale with a twist, and the twist was?
Well, we had the brocade, didn't we? We had the big golden trails, and it looked like red, white, and blue to me. Red and silver strobe with blue stars. Absolutely filled the sky, and then they had the noise at the end. Lots of bangs. And then did you see the flashes along the railing down at ground level? Really making the loudest noise that we can make here at the competition.
Yeah, certainly emphasising, you know, like you were saying earlier, the use of the soundscape here in Plymouth Sound, making the most of it with those bangs there. And they were also implementing elements that were all operating at quite a low level. You know, we're used to seeing shells up in the sky as well as down low, and there was a nice section later on to the middle where it all just happened quite near the water.
Yeah, so we can see here lots of colour comments and the pace. They use speed here, and they used it a few times in their display, and things got faster and faster as they went through. Just before that, we had the lemon and the sirens. And here's a little bit uneven. Can you see the shell firing off on the right, but nothing on the left?
So do you think this may have had something to do with the fire that was down on the breakwater earlier?
Yes, it possibly could have been. We noticed a couple of points during this display where there were little things. It didn't look like perhaps every ground site was firing at all times. Just on rare occasions, and like we had these shells firing on the right. That can be due to a number of different reasons. It could be that a firework's not been plugged in correctly. It could be that an igniter is faulty. It could be that another competitor has fired their firework mistake. We've had that in the competition. It could be a firing system issue. We don't really know. All of the teams tonight are using different firing systems. Team 1, Cellstar, used Cobra, fully fused. Team 2 used the Fire 1 firing system, and this team that we've just seen, First Galaxy, they've used the MLE fire-by-wire firing system.
Okay, I've heard of Cobra before. I think we had a team using that yesterday, and also the second team were using a similar firing system to someone yesterday as well. Is that right?
Yeah, Cobra's really good system. It uses wireless frequencies, so there's no cables to put out, and all of the units communicate with each other, so it's a bit of a chain. Look at those sequencing backwards and forwards, and then a big shell with a tail going high up there into the sky. We got red and green shells. There was a very intense single shell partway through. But also, do you remember the 5 different coloured strobe waterfalls that we saw? We had some
what
bright
colours
different.
did we have in that?
Say again?
Did you say 5 colours?
Yeah, there were 5. 4 of them were strobing. One of them wasn't.
Oh, yes, of course. It was the blue one
the
on
blue
the end
one
that wasn't strobing, yes.
Yeah, that's it. And then we also had a red strobe waterfall and green falling leaf sequence, gold comet and waterfall sequence, which was really delicate and really beautiful. They executed that extremely well. Silver strobe and red, and then the fantastic brocade crown and red, white, and blue with all those salute sequences. There's a nice ring shell.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to see how each team approaches and the different kinds of fireworks. We've seen lots of ring shells, for example. There's a little ring pistol, we call the pistol being the center. I mean, that red and blue shells were kind of almost going off like flowers. Look at some of the low bursts that we saw in this display, and actually some of the stars were coming right down to water level.
Yeah, I think that's an area that certainly caught my attention with this one. And this display, of course, will be, the parting vision of the 2025 British Firework Championships. I wanted to ask you, is there much of an advantage to being the last team to fire at a competition like this?
No. The simple answer to that is no. There is a very strict judging regime. Jim Winship from the Event Services Association, who are running the competition, Jim is overseeing the judging panel, who are over at Tinside Lido, and it's a fair system. But you know what, Erin? There's certainly a psychological advantage of being the last team to fire on the second night. Yeah.
I imagine it must feel quite good when you... Well, how are they drawn? How is the order selected?
They're drawn by the judge.
Okay.
Sorry, not by the judge, by the mayor. They're drawn by the mayor.
Is this like a names out of a hat scenario?
It's filmed just so that everybody can see that it's done fairly. And also the firing order is also drawn as well at the same time. But the firing order is kept secret for a short while, because we don't want teams to think that they've got a competitive advantage by being the last one to fire. So they really have to create their shows and submit them before they know where they're going to fire.
Oh, I see. I do want to ask, now that we have seen all of the displays, and of course for everybody who is watching at home, do let us know in the comments which one was your favourite, whether it was 1 to 6. Of course, if you saw the 3 yesterday as well, we would love to see that. But Andy, do you have a favourite, or do you have to keep your cards close to your chest until the winner is announced?
I do normally keep my cards close to my chest. I always have done in previous years, but I think there was one display that really stood out.
Okay. You're not going to say who it is.
What do you think?
I think I would be inclined to agree with you. I think I know who my favourite is, but I suppose we probably should say impartial until the winner is announced.
Yes.
And it won't be very long until that happens. But that is it from us here on the stage on Plymouth Hoe. 6 teams, 6 spectacular displays. Only one of them, of course, can win. And we do have to get off the stage so we can go and find out the winner. So before that, we just need to say a big thank you to everyone that has been part of this. Thank you to our sponsors and our partners. Thank you to everyone here who's been watching, everyone at home. Of course, our fantastic BSL interpreters on stage and the crew. And of course, Andy, a huge thank you to you for all of your expertise. I hope you have enjoyed it once again.
Absolutely pleasure. Always fun. Best fireworks competition in the country.
Excellent. Well, there will be a lot of nervous teams down on the breakwater right now, and they'll be eager to find out who the champion of champions is, as will you. You can find out tomorrow at 10 a.m. It will be announced to the public, so do keep your eyes peeled for that. Again, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you again soon. Good night.